Ashe and grand rising, a grand day to you all, my fellow humans. And welcome to the sixth in the series of another perspective on healthy living with your senior lifestyle advisor plus. Yes, I, the mystic philosopher. Now, from all that I have said so far in beginning with episode 1 to the last episode I did, episode 5, we no doubt can all agree that our mind, or even more correctly, the thing we called our mind, is the most important aspect of our existence on this side of reality. And not only is it the most important aspect, but it is also the most powerful aspect of who and what we are on this side of reality. As mentioned before, our mind is our master and we are its slaves. Meaning, our mind is the master, the director, the boss, the controller of our body. And our body is the obedient slave, aka its most loyal and obedient slave and subject. We are what we are, be it good, bad, or indifferent, as a result of what is going on in our metaphysical space we call mind. We are what we are as a result of the programming of our mind and the program that run our mind. Our actions, our behavior, and our attitude towards ourselves and towards life in general, and towards everyone and everything that we may think of or that we may encounter, are the result of the programming and the programs that run on the platform of our mind. However, and with all that said, from my perspective, there is still another aspect or another dimension to what may be described as the whole human, the whole man, or the whole woman. And this aspect must not be overlooked, should not be overlooked, and cannot be overlooked as we seek to identify, understand, and overstand bad-minded people, and what makes us humans have bad mind. And from my perspective, because bad-minded people, aka people with bad mind, are sick people, corrupt-minded people, mentally ill people, this aspect or component of our humanity cannot be overlooked as we seek to identify, understand, and overstand what makes us sick and how we may begin to take the right steps and in the right direction to heal ourselves from bad mind, to heal ourselves from illnesses. In other words, cause and effect. Bad mind equals sickness, and we cannot find an effective cure for such an illness if we do not know and address the root cause or the root causes. Now, from the mystic philosopher's perspective, the other aspect, or if you will, the other dimension of our humanity that should not be overlooked is called the spirit, or if you will, the soul, and which the mystic philosopher also called the metaphysical I and the unchangeable I. The fact is that human, meaning natural man. By human I mean natural man or natural woman. balance in and by our source and Mother Nature's wisdom and expression is not just a duality as is commonly taught. It is not just a duality as is commonly believed and accepted by many. In fact, please let me quickly share some of my own insights and perspectives on the word human and also the word duality. And especially for those of you, my very few but my very loyal listeners and independent and analytical thinkers and truth seekers, to investigate, contemplate, and hopefully appreciate our humanity even more. Now, for your information, the word human, Human, is no ordinary word. Or to say it another way, the message, the truths, the knowledge, the meaning and the power, etc., that is enveloped and encoded in the word human is not ordinary, but it is extraordinary, meaning it is beyond the ordinary or beyond ordinary. In this compound English word, human, the word hue, or if you prefer, the prefix hue, means and represents the all. Hue means and represents the source of all sources, the unknowable, the thing or that thing that most sincere religious Westerners revere and refer to as God, also known as the Almighty. In at least one religion known as Ekankar, it's spelled Eckankar, you can go look it up. The word hue, H-U, is believed to be an ancient name for God, meaning an ancient name for the all. According to Ekankar's belief system, the word hue is a key to open your heart to God's loving presence in your life. And there is much, much more to the word hue that time will not permit me to get into any further here. But in summary, to those that are in the know, not to the ignoramuses them, but to those that are in the know, hue means God. Hue is God or the all. And the word man in human, hue hyphen man or hue space man. The word man etymologically, and by etymologically I mean the history of the study of words, where it originated, where it was first used, and the original, meanings, etc. And etymologically, human, etymologically and practically is mind, M-I-N-D. And man means mind. Man, the meaning of man, by all meanings and definition, represents mind. Man means mind. For example, just to sort of, because this is not my language, I always have problems with this language. And I'll cover that elsewhere. But let me give you an example so you can get a picture and sort of relate to what I'm talking about. The word mantra, even though a lot of people, when they hear the word mantra, they, because of their belief system, they panic. They don't have nothing to do with the word mantra. But just for maybe academic reason or for your own information, let's look at the word mantra, M-A-N-T-R-A. The word mantra is derived from two Sanskrit words. And if you don't know what Sanskrit is, please just Google it. It's derived from two Sanskrit words. The word man, meaning mind, and the word tra, T-R-A, meaning tool. So, just with this knowledge, with this understanding, with this understanding and overstanding of these two words, we can easily see, and by extension, we can see that mantra, singular, and by extension, mantras are tools that are in the know use and must use to protect and guard our metaphysical spaces, aka guard our minds from what? From uninvited, from unwelcomed, from stray, from evil and destructive thoughts, etc., etc. And that is what I spoke about earlier, how to protect your mind. And for those of you who may have listened to one of my songs called Song for Prosperity, aka I Am More, you'll hear me talk about, use the word mantra. So now you understand. And to quote, just to further add some more evidence to this fact, and to quote on BBC.com, and I quote, mantra meditation is used to protect practitioners like myself from a constant onslaught of unhealthy and repetitive thoughts, unquote. But I will have much more to say on mantra and mantras as I continue this series or elsewhere. So thus the word human means God mind. And by extension, a human is a God mind. And for those of you who can, I ask that you please understand, and overstand that I, the mystic philosopher, I am not saying that human is the mind of God. I'm not saying that human is the all. I'm not saying that human is the source of all sources, that human is the unknowable. I'm not saying that human is the thing or that thing that most sincere or religious Westerners referred to earlier, revere and refer to as God. I'm not saying that when you see, or if or when you see a human, aka a man or a woman, that you should say, there goes God. Not at all. I am simply saying that human is an expression of the mind of God. Or human is an expression from the mind of God, the mind of the all. Just like how a building, let me give you an example to try to relate this. Just like how a building is an expression of the mind of an architect or the architect that designed that building. It was conceived and achieved in the mind or in the metaphysical space of the architect even before it was schematically drawn on paper and manifest physically in this reality. But from my perspective, only a dumb fool would say or believe that the building is the architect. Therefore, the same logic would apply to all those that are going around believing, teaching, and claiming to be God. But I have again run out of time here for this segment, and we'll have to continue proving this and other points in episode 7 and beyond. So please join me then. I also ask that if at all you can, that you please support this series of short presentations titled Another Perspective on Healthy Living by simply purchasing your daily supply of lignans from the Norwegian spruce tree, aka Fountain of Life, from yours truly, I, the mystic philosopher. by clicking on the links provided in the description area below this video. You may also purchase a digital copy of my song playing in the background called Have You Heard of Fountain of Life? Actually, it's the instrumental playing there. Have you heard of Fountain of Life? By clicking on the link by the same name. Your kind support will be greatly appreciated. I will be talking more about Fountain of Life and another presentation and about lignans. So stay tuned. In the meantime and between time, in your becoming my people, my fellow humans, I will that you be more and more and not less. Not bless, aka bless. For I am the mystic philosopher. Ashe, 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 I say.